Hey everybody, just stopping by with a quick little update video for you this year. Just wanting to get y'all caught up to speed with what I've been doing lately and a state of the channel and what you guys can expect going forward, especially in the next few months. So first of all, next big project is going to be Silver Age Part 4. It is just about ready to go into production. I'm waiting for my Gold Voice Actresses Alliance to come in, but I have everything else ready. So I am really hoping to have that started in the next week, and I'm really hoping I'll be able to get it pushed out by late November. Again, it depends on my work schedule and the other VO jobs I've been able to pick up and just life in general. Honestly, with these big projects, I'm just getting like less and less time to actually focus and work on them because of other commitments. It's just getting a lot busier. So that's also why I've been trying to do mini uploads or like just smaller scale comic dubs that I can maybe do myself or with one or two other people, just to make sure you guys have something every month to look forward to. It was also a bit of a New Year's resolution of mine to try to start doing monthly uploads, which thankfully I've been able to stick to that this year. I mean, I'm cutting it a little close because it's October 30th as I record this, but I think you get what I mean. I'm trying to do monthly uploads and I'm happy I've been able to stick by that. And it also means you guys can expect just a few more smaller scale uploads, maybe things that aren't like Sonic or Mega Man related or in the Archieverse. I mean, the Archieverse is now dead, so we gotta start doing other things, right? Because eventually that shit's gonna grow stagnant. So I would say going forward, expect some more like small scale things with a couple of big projects sprinkled in over the course of the year, and you know, they could be Archie stuff, like excerpts I've really enjoyed from the comic. They could be from other properties, like you saw with the Deadpool and Marvel stuff that I've been doing. They could just be webcomics, which I'll actually touch on some webcomic related stuff I have been doing or been planning to do in my just general talk about other channel projects that I've been working on. After Silver Age Part 4, the next plan is to do Mega Man 53. I will say that for now, after 53, it's probably going to be my last like full-scale Mega Man Archie comic dub, at least for a little while. I do have another Mega Man-based project in the works that I've been really wanting to do now that I have the means to do it, but it's not going to be Archie-related. That being said, I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. It's another popular Mega Man, like, readable series. I'm probably dropping a few heavy-handed hints here, but I'll let you guys kind of figure it out for yourselves. But I'm really excited to get started on this. It's just a matter of I need a massive cast of people for it because it's going to be like an epic in length, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm kind of devoting most of like 2018 to that, and it's also part of the reason why with Silver Age Part 4 and 53 I'm trying to get them done by the end of the year or by January at the latest, so I can clear off my plate of big projects and really start working on those for my channel. That also means smaller stuff will be coming in between just to keep you guys updated on what I'm doing. So I'll try to at least do maybe another couple small updates here and there, just like this, so I can maybe talk about some new projects I had come out or some of my VO jobs that are being released, and then I can actually talk about them. So for the last part of the video here, I'll just talk about some projects and other things I've been working on other channels with or working with other people, just to give you an idea of like what my year has been in general. If you guys follow my good buddy Tyler Simpsonis on his channel, he does a lot of singing and VA projects like that. I've actually been doing like some rap vocals for a few of his song covers. This year we did, what did we do? Oh, end of 2016 we did like Go from like Naruto Shippuden, and this past year we've done Strike Back from Fairy Tail, and we also did like the first opening to Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So just some really fun projects. I'm having a blast doing those projects with him, so I'm hoping we get to do some again soon. But again, it's as he's able to find time to do those specific songs. It's not every song he does, but you know, I'm happy that he wants to like kind of pull me in and, you know, get me more involved with like singing or, well, I guess rapping, but also just like singing and getting more used to it and improving at it. So it's been a nice way to just expand my abilities. I've also been doing a lot of audio work for him for his little Worlds Unite Worlds dubs. If you've been paying attention to his channel, he's been doing a lot of comic dubs based on the Worlds Unite storyline, where they go to all the different Sega and Capcom game worlds. So I've been doing a lot of the sound effect work and just audio balancing and mixing for his comic dubs before they go into final production. It's a good way to keep me sharp, just, you know, working with sound and stuff in Reaper, so if I'm not doing my big projects, I don't get too rusty. And, you know, you always just get to, like, experiment with lots of cool little sound effects and stuff. That's always a fun thing, part of the production, I find, is just when you get a really nice sounding string of effects coming out, it just sounds so satisfying when you get them to sound just right and when they actually come out convincing. This is also building up to Tyler and I actually collaborating on a comic dub arc together. So this is a way for him to practice doing just some like little comic dubs for himself before he can work his way up to doing something a little larger scale. And I'm going to be heavily involved in that again, just on the audio side of things, and also use a part of it in the cast. I've also been involved in a couple of other Sonic fan projects over this past year. I have posted this on Twitter, and I think I've linked it or shared it via my YouTube channel, but I'm teaming up with Soraya Chauvel, or Chauvel on DeviantArt, to do an animated version of Sonic Universe 50. She was looking to find a voice director over the summer to help her bring this to life, and it's her first time actually doing a full animation of something, so she's really eager to bring it to life to you, and I was really happy to come aboard. As you heard in the animatic preview a couple months back, I voiced Shard again, so I'm reprising my role. Ashley is reprising her role as Nicole. We're really excited to have the final product come out. When it's coming out, I'm not sure. All I can say is everything on my end should be done. Everybody's lines have been cut up, edited, mixed, submitted. Everything on my end is ready to go. So now it's just partly up to Chauvel and just the designer and the composer that we have to bring everything else to life. So, like I said, we're basically just waiting. But if you guys were able to watch that little animatic, I'll link it down below so you can watch it if you haven't. We're super, super excited to bring this to you, and at least for like some Sonic community stuff, this is probably one of the best looking projects I have ever been a part of, and I'm really happy to have been a part of something like this. And I'm really looking forward to potentially doing more things like this in the future. And if you guys are curious on who else is in it, all I'll say is, if you watched, like, the really old version on my channel that I did, like, almost 5 years ago, maybe just watch that, and there might be some people in it who were in that before, there might be some new faces, so I'd say it's maybe about, like, a 50-50 of new voices to old voices, so maybe I'll let you guys figure that out. There is also Sonic Shattered Realities. This is a fan-made RPG that has been in the works, it looks like, for quite a while. I got brought on a few months ago to do some voices. As you saw on my Twitter a couple months ago, I announced that I was brought on to voice Scourge and Shard, and once the September update came out, I can also confirm that I am also going to be Professor Von Schlemmer. So I'm really excited to be a part of this game. I can't say, like, when it's coming out. It's going to be, like, a pretty long production, but all I can tell you is that the team of people just behind it and working on it, holy crap, it is quite a star-studded cast of people, at least from the Sonic fan community, if you can catch my drift. If, again, you guys are active on Twitter, I'll give you the link to follow Sonic Shattered Realities, and then you can get an idea of just who in the community is being a part of this game, and I'm really excited to see this come out because this feels like it's going to be a very big culmination of, like, the Sonic fan community coming together and just making a really awesome large-scale game. So I'm eager to get started on it myself, and I'm hoping you guys will get just as hyped to see what lies in store. The last fan project I want to talk about here is Zelda Universe Hyrule Warriors Redux. I found out I made it into this just a few weeks ago. I'm very excited to get started with Alex Trevino and his amazing group of people behind the project itself. If you guys haven't checked out his channel at all, I highly recommend that you do. He does top-notch quality, actually adding voice acting to a lot of the modern Legend of Zelda games. They are very passionate about The Legend of Zelda, so if you guys like any of those games, even in the slightest, I would strongly recommend to go check out his work. It is some fantastic stuff, and you'll be able to hear me in it as a Hylian captain, helping Link to, defeat the forces of evil in all of Hyrule and Skyloft and all the other places in the Zelda world. So I'm very, very excited to get started on that, and with any luck, it will start coming out early next year. Getting away from fan project stuff, I have also been in a couple of games. I guess in terms of this year, I'll start off with the first one that's come out, which was back in the spring. That was the mobile game Almost a Hero. So this is just an idle clicker game, but if you guys want to try it out, it is on iOS and Android right now. I haven't played it much myself, but it's a really fun little mobile game. You can hear me as Bellywarf, the man who smacks people with giant sides of beef. It's kind of my All Might voice, honestly. So if you just want to hear me ham it up and literally hit people with meat, then go check this game out. It's really fun. It's also free. I think if you guys have phones, that's probably more than enough reason. Hey, sweet little free game, and I know a guy that's in this, so go check it out. It's been a blast, and apparently I am a fan favorite in the community for the game, or people just love Bellywarf. So I'm really happy to see that was kind of the end result of it. There's also been a couple of games I've been able to announce in the last couple of months that aren't out yet, but they will be out soon. The first one is a visual novel, which I haven't been in a visual novel before, but this one is called Fare Thee Well. It's by Watercress Studios, and I was selected thanks to, the awesome casting director Reese Bridger, who I'm very happy to start working with. I've known him for about a few months now. I'm eager to work with him in that process and with Watercress Studios themselves. I will be playing a bartender. My character doesn't have an actual name, he's just the bartender, so I'm playing a young version of him who is a very rugged, red-haired guy with a mustache, and then I get to play his older version. So you can hear me as kind of a, typical middle-aged, rugged dad-looking guy who's gonna serve you liquor, and then I'll be the foxy grandpa. I won't be a foxy grandpa. I'll just be a very charismatic old man. I'm very much looking forward to starting on that as well. It looks like a blast, and the community of people I've met through with it have been very great, and they're very, very passionate about what they do. So I am looking forward to that coming out as well. There is also another RPG game that is coming out in the near future that I got brought on to be a part of. It's called Infinite Adventures. Now in this game, all I can say is I'm playing a character called Tiberius the Valorous. And I'm not allowed to really show what else he can do, but his name sounds cool, right? And I can guarantee you that what I do in the game is really, really cool. So if you can play that game, I think it's coming out on Steam when it does, and possibly some other platforms. I will keep you posted when I find out. But other than that, get some hype going for that as well, because that'll also be a blast of a game. There's also, again, I'm getting a lot of RPGs and things of that nature. Another one I just remembered that I worked on a few months ago is a game called Salatria. I'll have to post the picture of the full name here because it's escaping me right now. I apologize to the Whim Independent Studios guys. I'm just doing a minor character in that. I'm doing, the character's name is Number 12. He's a ninja assassin. So if you're curious, he's gonna probably he sounds like Espio. He sounds like a very evil version of Espio, if that makes sense to you guys. But I had a blast doing that too. It was just fun, parts are parts. I'm just happy to be able to help out with a lot of these games and projects that are looking for people, and hey, it helps expand my resume and my experience. Other than that, I think this will be a good note to end off on, so I'm hoping I was able to catch you up on just my life and my work so far. I've been very happy with how 2017 as a whole has been going. I've really been able to branch out and just expand my presence in at least just the online voice acting community, and I'm hoping 2018 will be able to take me even further beyond that. So I'm really eager to get started on the next year, because I felt by the end of this year, I'm really starting to get my foot in the door, at least with some of these larger scale projects. So as you know, this life is a grind, so I gotta keep going at it. But at least getting my foot in the door with some people, that is always a good sign that, hey, even better things are going to come. So I hope you guys will continue joining me in this adventure, even if it's just watching stuff on the channel or just following me on Twitter, just keeping an eye on like what I'm doing. I'll try to keep you guys posted as much as I possibly can. But until then, you guys have yourselves a great Halloween tomorrow. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving if you celebrate it in the United States. You know, I'm Canadian, so I had Thanksgiving already. And have a great holiday season, whatever you celebrate. Have a great rest of the year, guys, and I will talk to you again soon. Peace out.